You can double check if the stream's going real quick, and then we'll. Don't want that to happen like they did on one time, huh, Jim?
Yeah.
We could. Oh, we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Hennessy Performance Racing League. Tonight we have the F123 Division 1 here in Season 6. This is the Austrian Grand Prix presented by Big Jim __ 11. Race 5 out of 12. And never forget that last season, this was Red Bull's home track. So, I'm your host, I2Ballstick for you, joined by my co-host, Big Jim.
What's up? Proud to be the official sponsor here of the Hennessy Performance Racing League. Getting to do this for $0.00, but I'm very proud to be the sponsor here for tonight's race.
You know, we do it out of the kindness of our hearts. Me and you,
HPL is all about kindness. I can tell from the name chat.
Yeah. All about kindness. You will never have to worry about being called any names. But we're here, we're back, we're live.
Please wait.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
Sound like you're ready for this thing, don't you?
I am so ready. I've been excited for this all day. I will not lie.
Yeah. This is the first sprint race, baby. Come on.
So these first couple minutes, we're going to let the drivers get their setups in since they won't have qualifying to do so. And then I think we have a formation lap tonight, and then we will get this thing rolling. If you joined us last night was a pretty hectic race between both Furchinator and Movement wrecking each other the entire time.
Two races.
Well, yeah. First, the sprint itself is about 12 laps, and the full event is 36. So these drivers will be completing a total of 48 laps tonight, not including the formation laps. What else we got? So, I don't know what the weather's looking like. So far, it looks clear. But, yeah. I think we will mainly see drivers on the mediums and the hards tonight. If anyone goes on the soft, they have the most testicular fortitude of the entire field. So, we're going to see what happens with that.
Yeah, definitely something to note, Dylan. Inverse of the top 10, I believe.
Points here.
For the points.
Yeah.
So you're going to have Josh starting as the leader. Rest in peace to the rest of the field. You're going to have Elite Precision P2, Useless as a Cat P3, Jackson Altman P4, Joker P5, and so on. Spin and Win, last week's winner of, I don't remember the racetrack because I wasn't there for the entire race. Spain. Yes, winner for Spain. He will be starting right behind Joker. So there you go.
Yeah, so we got Spin and Win P6, Starludo P7, Clay P8, Noah's Bowl P9, and the Heredia got P10. And then going back through the rest of the order, if they're here, we have Tiger NASCAR, the Porchy, Gary, Small NASCAR Fan, Mr. Hex, Kenny, Electric, and Killer, if they are here. I know Killer's here. I just don't know if anyone else is. So we will see coming soon.
Yeah, actually, let's go ahead and see if we can tap into the headset of that driver of the Ferrari. Killer XL? He's not the Ferrari, is he? No, he's the Mercedes.
The Mercedes.
Yeah, same thing. Killer XL, how are you feeling about this sprint race, and what's your strategy going into this thing?
To go to the front since we're starting last, buddy. And we're feeling.
Hell yeah!
We're feeling
I fully
pretty bad.
believe in that.
Yeah, we're feeling bad.
Fully
I
believe
mean,
in
you
that.
were
You're gonna
last
make
night's
things
winner.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Last night's winner, by the way.
Mickey.
Only led 95% of the laps.
Oh man, Jim had that race winning speed last night,
Jim
man.
did have good pace in that race.
I absolutely did. I forgot how to start in both races. That did not help me. I imagine everyone in D1 knows how to start from the grid. So I don't think anyone will be running into that issue tonight. But if they do, I would take a look and say that Heredia might be the one that would get the wheel spin and wreck the field.
So apparently Tiger NASCAR is the one lacking the lobby, which is the reason we are not going yet.
Nice.
Kenny in the chat says Tiger's Uganda Wi-Fi is not working right now.
You know,
In the
Elon Musk
Formula One
is
chat.
having a whole program. He's trying to make the internet worldwide to the point where everyone will have fiber optic.
Tiger
Tiger has
NASCAR
left the
has
session.
left the session. Formation lap is going, and we're gonna run through the entire top 9 is the same. Actually, someone isn't here in the standings. Who isn't here? Hang on. No.
I think you're gonna have to be very keen about what happens from like P9 to P15, P16. That's gonna be a cluster on this start.
Useless as a
Everyone's gonna be
cat
backed up.
is not here tonight.
Yeah,
So
that's Small's gonna be taking his spot.
looking here. No. What?
Who's in the Haas? It's not Small NASCAR. He wasn't always in the Haas.
No, but Useless is normally the Alfa Romeo. Kyle 18 fan took that over.
Yeah, they should probably use some different stuff than just red.
Anyway, so as you see here is the lineup for tonight's race. Everything stays the same all the way down to Killer. And our reserves for tonight are Riley 48, Miss Soaps, Jay, and Kyle 18 fan, previously known as TTV Go Boom. I don't know why people use more than one account. They are freaks for that, but we move. I might have a sneeze coming on.
has still messed with my brain a little bit. I still haven't gotten used to that one.
It just makes it easier when you try to tag him in the F1 shit.
Right,
Now it doesn't just tag Ferrari.
Over under 3 people, 3.5 DQs right here on the grid. I'm saying over.
Someone almost hit the wall in there.
There are 3 wide back there. Okay, there's 1.
We're gonna have a second one. Someone is sideways on the grid.
Someone stopped way too early.
Someone is sideways on the grid. How do we not have another one? He is sideways. Who is that?
He is in that box. We are about 3 miles away. There's
Dude.
number 2.
Clay is sideways in his
Only
box.
2.
We're gonna go from the Clay. We're gonna go from Clay's perspective here. Actually, we're going from Killer XL's here back here at 16th. 5 red lights, and away we are off here in Austria. Almost at Australia.
I really wish I wasn't 3 miles away. Okay, there we go.
Here we go. Killer XL trying to go down the inside here. Might get into that Williams of Gary. Tiger NASCAR has exited the session once again, so he is ghosted at the moment. We're going to get out of this TV pod.
That was a really good launch for Jackson in the Ferrari. He is up front, passing Josh for the lead.
Spinelli already with a 5-second penalty for illegal overtake.
So good for one Ferrari, bad for the other.
Big racing up here with the Ferrari of Spinelli trying to go down the inside of Noah's Bolt. Currently doesn't clear quite yet. It does get clear though.
Ooh.
Into the middle part of this racetrack, as we have a couple cars back here. It looked like Joker got on the brakes too hard, or he got on the gravel just a wee bit. I saw some smoke out of those tires.
A wee bit.
A wee bit.
Yeah, so we have about 6 drivers on the softs, all up front right now.
Jackson Altman, of course, with the fast lap of the race as the leader. Oh my goodness. So as you can see on the left side there are the tires we have. So Jackson, Clay, Darludo, Spin, Noseball, and Heredia all on the softs. Bold call, honestly. I don't think they're gonna. I mean, they might lose a lot of time. They'll gain a lot early, but lose a lot in the end.
Yeah, I just think the mediums were definitely the move last night.
Yeah, I just think the mediums are better. Tiger NASCAR has dropped out of the race. We're gonna see what happens later on. Let's look in here. Looks like Heredia got a bit loose under the Luda there. It's a bit sideways. Gets it collected though.
Hope Val for second. Clay is going to go ahead and take that from Josh.
Yep. DRS has been enabled as well. Spinning with another time penalty with that 8 total seconds for a spin and win is Josh and Claire side by side here. Josh going on the inside in the Williams. Gets it done for the time being. We'll see if Clay comes back with a crossover. Gets the DRS here. Puts the overtake button on for a second. Turns it back off. Want to keep as much DRS as you can later on in this run, especially. In case you do end up falling out of that DRS zone.
Yeah, you can really rely on that ERS and save it up, push back into the DRS when you need it. This track is a lot like the Super Speedway. A lot of people say.
I love this track.
I don't. I don't know how you like it, but it's.
What don't you like about it? The
really
track
about
limits?
Staying in DRS and being 1 second within the guy in front
I
of you.
just like it because
I don't like it being. I don't even know. It just feels very loose.
I just
Maybe
like it.
We're on the wrong setup.
It's easy for me.
Oh, one down pit road.
Kenny LaFleur, he might already have damage? What's going on with this guy? Whatever. Tiger NASCAR's AI is cooking
at the moment.
Oh, sir. It is not. Alpine's owner in a lot of hot water after last night's race, taking out movement twice. I don't think those two drivers are going to be here next race, as next week is Thanksgiving. So there is no race. But,
remember, it's only the top 8 that get points for the sprint.
Yep, and it's a uniform kind of points format, so it goes first to 8th, and first gets 8 points, second with 7, and all the way down to 8th getting 1 point. So it's a lot easier to follow than F1's points, especially if you're new to the sport. So we have a battle back here between Darluto and Heredia as Garrison gets a 3-second time penalty.
Oh! Nobody lifting out of that corner. Darluto had to lift at the exit of it, though.
Yeah, it looked a bit sideways there. I'm getting on the gas too soon and then having to get right back off it, try to save that car.
Now for the lead, it's 3 of them right here. Williams, Ferrari, and Aston Martin.
I love this camera angle where I can't see anything. Here we go.
Oh, that is tight. Clay trying to make that move. A little more contact. But he's going to make it. Move Clay up to second.
Looks like they've gotten it all figured out for the time being up here. I gotta say, man, these camera angles suck.
They're awful. I mean, this one on the back or the front stretch where I'm about 3 miles away from the racetrack, honestly, I don't know how that made it into the game.
What are you supposed to see through that? There's Mr. X for the 3-second.
I guess they're trying to make it look like you're a spectator, but that's terrible.
What kind of seats are that? Those seats better be free if you're a spectator looking from that far away.
In F1, free seats? Yeah, you gotta be kidding,
it's called
buddy.
Sneaking in. There
you gotta be kidding.
Yeah.
Well, Clay thinks better of making the move, backs out of it here in turn 2, turn 3. Don't know which corner this is.
It's one of them.
It's some
turn
corner.
3.
That's turn 3. Alright. That's turn 4. No, that's 5. Alright, hold on. I'm pulling up the map.
You got it, buddy. Take your time. It was like 3, 4, 5, 6.
They only
7.
label the sectors. They don't label the corners for me.
Nope. But there are 9 turns in this racetrack. So you like to see?
Yeah. Super Speedway.
Riley with a 3-second time penalty as well. What are we cooking? This track is notoriously known.
Riley was not very confident in his race car yesterday.
This track is known for having the worst track limits in the game. As Clay goes for the lead, he takes it.
Oh, contact! Jackson into the back of Clay. I don't know if that's any front damage. Doesn't look like it. Maybe yellow, if anything. Jackson did get into the back of Clay there in turn 2. Now a huge dive from the Williams. That's going to be a penalty.
3-second time penalty for Josh.
Yeah, he got down there way too deep. I don't think he meant to do that. I think he was just really trying to get a nice arc for the corner. Just under braked. Coming to the line with 5 laps to go. And there's still a whole bunch of guys that could win this thing. Even Joker back here in 4th, or Noah's Bowl in 5th, Eric in 5th. They all got a shot.
Now, what I would say, Joker, at this point in the race, Joker's my pick to win this race. As elite position is around in turn 1. And Joker's my pick for this reason. He is on the mediums. And Josh has a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah.
I don't think these guys on the softs will be able to hold off the guys on the mediums.
Well,
as
remember,
a Mercedes,
they cannot pass right here, so that's a little bit of a disadvantage. Now the caution's lifted.
Yeah.
But yeah, Joker, I think Joker's going to have to start making some passes here if he wants a chance at it.
The thing about it, though, is like some people just like riding behind the guys with penalties, confident that they will get the job done for them. But we're going to see what happens here. He's not far behind.
I'm going to see what Joker's ERS looks like. He has 30%.
Ooh, yeah.
That
right
is
with another J.
That's more than anybody in front of him except
That's
for
a
Clay.
safety car? We're going to hopefully see what happened here with Jay, if Kenny can get there in time. He cannot. That's a safety car, dude? This is going to shake everything up.
Yeah, this is going to really hurt Joker.
I don't know.
I think that was going to play right into his hands if it went green. But now these softs are going to get to cool off a little bit. Plus, more importantly, there'll be less laps to go.
All right.
Yeah, once the safety car gets off of here, it's probably going to be, what, 2 to go? Yep, here comes Jackson.
Comes down the pit lane.
It's an interesting strategy. There's a lot of guys coming. That's 4. Joker also came down. He's going to put the softs on. I don't think a compound change is needed for this one. You can just put on 2 softs, can't you?
Killer, can you help us out with that? If they could just put on a new pair of softs or a new set of softs?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that must be what they were thinking. But Joker's going to be starting 12th on this restart. There's no way he gets back up there in 1 lap. So that's probably just going to throw away his chance at winning this thing. Maybe he knows something we don't. It's going to be a 2-lap sprint.
Yeah.
So I learned why the pace car pulls away so far and why the field is automatically slowed down. It's a stupid rule, but I understand it now.
What's up?
Basically, the pace car has to enter pit road before you can go. You cannot go until the pace car is down pit road. You cannot pass the pace car.
I mean...
So they're giving this huge gap to it so they can get on the gas. They'll see the pace car enter here.
Ooh.
That little yellow dot down there.
Kenny, my brother in Christ, you were under safety car.
And now they can go. And they're going.
It might be passing wise, too, until the safety car is parked. But here we go. Jackson already up a position. Rally falling on these 10-lap-old hards. Since Joker pitted, he's going to be way back there
It might as well be hards.
Yeah. Did I say Hearts?
Oh, battle for the lead. Here comes
Jackson
Josh.
ignoring yellow flag. Yep, here's Josh.
Yeah, but he has the penalty.
Oh,
Oh my goodness,
Clay.
big moment for Clay. Here comes a Haas. And Spinning Wind's going to also try to take advantage. Don't run to the back of him.
Here comes Noah's Bowl. Car
Caution's
around.
out.
That is small NASCAR
Small.
fan.
That's a shame. He was tracking very close to getting points
The
this
battle
race.
for
but
the win
won't.
is P2 at the moment. As long as Noah's Bowl can stay within 3 seconds, same with Clay. Caution is back out for the McLaren of Riley, I believe.
Yep.
And the Haas of Small. Both parked, basically. Small needs to get it going.
Final lap.
Yep. I don't know what the verdict after this race is going to be. These drivers want these penalties removed, but stewards, including myself and Killer, I don't know how we're going to be able to figure that out without restarting and getting
Where
clips
do
right
you make
away.
this pass if you're Clay? You're right
So,
on the gearbox of Eric. Where do you make it? Like you're gonna try it right here.
Yeah. Ugh.
The inside goes the Aston Martin. Not gonna be able to do it just quite yet. The Haas still has the preferred line going into the next corner.
Here comes Clay.
No, my
Still on
corner
the
here. They're
outside.
racing side by side for the lead.
Here comes Clay. Darludo with a 3-second time penalty. Clay's going to go down into turn, I
Going
think,
defensive.
8.
That's smart.
Got to defend in this last corner here. Noah's Bowl might get it
Look at
right
this.
there.
Oh, he's gonna dive.
Contact.
He's gonna push him off the racetrack.
Spin the win.
And that's oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Spin and win is done. He's gonna get no points out of this. Eric is
Wow.
gonna win it after a very questionable dive bomb in the final corner
He
to
does
move
not
Clay
win
off
it.
the racetrack. He did not.
Nope.
Clay did. Okay.
I don't know if Spinelin even would have gotten points there. Honestly,
he was like
because he had
sixth,
an
I think.
8-second time penalty.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I thought it was 3 seconds. They had a shot.
Kyle 18th and the driver of the day.
I wouldn't mind if they told me not just that they have a penalty, but how many seconds are on that penalty.
All right. So as we can see, Clay P1, that gives him 8 points. Noah's Bowl P2, Josh P3, Porchy P4, Heredia P5, Killer 6th, Kyle 7th, Hex 8th. That's really all we need to go through, I think. But we're going to scroll right on through. Darludo is 9th, Masoap's 10th, Joker 11th, Gary 12th. 13th is Elite, 14th is Jackson, 15th Riley, 16th Small NASCAR Fan. Kenny is 17th, Spin 18th, Tiger 19th, and rounding out the 20 cars, PNWJ P20.
So Spin and Win has taken responsibility for what happened in that final corner to himself. He's not blaming either of the top two. So, all right.
Uh-oh.
To me, it looked like it was Eric that went in deep trying to send it on Clay.
Bit
Got
cloudy.
out of gas to make sure he wouldn't hit him, and then looked like Spinwin ran to the back of him, but Spinwin thinks differently.
It's a bit cloudy. Killer XL, what is the weather looking like tonight for this
No
finale?
rain, just clouds.
No rain, just clouds. Gotcha, loud and clear. So,
Nice
here we
little
are.
appetizer for the main event.
Yeah, it's like soup or a salad before your entree. That's what we like to see. We're gonna
Pack
give these
stands
drivers.
today.
Yeah, gonna give these drivers a couple minutes as well.
So what did that sprint race tell you? I know that these guys are going to be using different strategies, different tire sets, but as for the aggressiveness, anything different from last year, or is that kind of what you were expecting, Dylan?
You know, I wasn't sure what to expect there. It was our first sprint race we've ever seen, or at least I've seen in the booth. So, I expected some aggressive moves, and aggressive moves were made. So,
Just gonna point out, I am on the board, boys. We
Oh.
got points.
that is what we like to see.
Yeah, first points of the season.
Nicky as hell. I didn't say that over the air.
No, you
Nope,
did.
definitely not.
It's like the track temp is 85 degrees, with the air temp being a nice 69 degrees.
Nice.
Nice.
I think we need some more energy on this start, Dylan.
Alright, I'll try not to stutter again.
No, not stuttering. I need you yelling at the people watching.
I am not yelling. I think my parents are going to bed in the room
Oh,
next
that's
to me.
lame.
I could here. Give me one. I'll go check.
While Dylan
While
checks
he checks,
on
what is
his
one-
parents.
Yeah, what is one good prediction from you today, Big Jim?
What
My
was the
father is
prediction?
officially in bed.
What is one big prediction for this race?
One big prediction. I say that at least 3 people DSQ, is that what they call it? The start?
Yeah.
Yeah,
At least 3,
Yeah.
so 3.5.
3.5 is over under for me again. I'm taking the under, but I'm saying 3.
I'm taking the under 2, but you never know.
Because I think these guys might have learned.
I don't know. Doesn't matter how much you learn. Half the time it just disqualifies you because it feels like it. So.
I love Formula 1.
I love it. I love Formula 1.
I'm seeing Brett over there doing the camera work over there. I'm about to go down there and give him a piece of my mind. Tell him he needs to zoom in the camera just a little bit. Cannot see any of these race cars at some points. Not sure what he's getting paid, but it's entirely too much. Probably just a bum in the middle of Austria that we took. Said, hey, you look like a cameraman.
Hey,
You're
man.
going to be the guy.
You like cameras? And he said yes. And the next thing you know, he had a new job. Whose corner is turn 1? It's a fantastic
I need them
question,
to zoom
Ryan.
in. When we go to this last camera angle, you won't see it here. You'll see it the next one. But once we get to there, I need this guy to zoom in about, right here. Zoom in, buddy. Zoom in. There is a zoom in feature on your camera.
You know, Jim, if you just move up closer to your television, you'll be able to see it.
Yeah.
Gotta get real
Hold
up and
on.
closer. Who is that in the grass?
I'm standing
Is it a
up.
house?
I'm 3 inches away from my
Mr.
monitor right
Hex,
now.
that's one. That is one.
I can almost see.
So Ryan Andrade in the chat said, whose corner is turn 1? Nobody's. They are all
Porky's.
wrecking. Poor... the guy with the most testicular fortitude. Is here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 red lights. And away we're off here in Australia. Yep, Austria once again. Here we go. Noah's Bolt running out on the inside. Will not get that even close to being done. As she's going to
they
go
got
on the
the
inside once
crossover.
again. Going to try and get the preferred line here into turn 2. On the inside of Clay. Or it looked like he was. These camera angles suck. As we got that one, Portugal making a move here on Josh for P3.
Oh
my
no!
goodness,
Big
who is that?
contact.
Mr. Hex!
Mr. Hex
The
doing his best
Mr.
NASCAR
Hex special.
impression to just bulldoze people in turn 2. He's gonna go all the way to dead last, boys.
That's what I like to call the Mr. Hex special right there. As Porchy and Noseball are just making contact. If you're thinking this NASCAR, boys, these cars don't have fenders.
Well, Porchy's gonna act like it does. He's gonna go ahead and take that position.
Boys, what are we doing? I want to see what kind of tires you guys are on, as we don't see a single set of softs in the field.
Oh my goodness. That's so close. Heredia is going to make a move on Josh, but they got so freaking close out of that final corner. Here comes some guys down pit road. They definitely have some damage.
Yeah.
It looks like.
I think Killer was the
Oh.
Mercedes that he got bullied through. Mr. Hex needs to retire from the session and the league after that kind of move. See you later, buddy.
That was a very audacious move for turn 2. I'm not gonna lie. It looked like KU in season 1 against me. Same place.
Here we go. Killer is opting for the softs, and Kenny is opting for the mediums.
Let's go ahead and see what tires look like for everybody. I haven't seen that yet.
KU replied to you there. He said he was clear.
Yeah, it was his corner. Position changes. +5 for Darluto on that start. Really good start from him. +6 for Spinnin went down there in 12th. Obviously, DNFing that last race. He started at the very back, but he has made the most out of that start. And on the flip side of that, -13 for Killer XL after getting involved in another person's.
As they're getting absolutely
kerfuffle.
torpedoed by that AlphaTauri. That is something you just hate to see for the driver of the Mercedes. Started.
WJ also up +4.
Started
Jackson
quite well.
Altman +5.
And then just gets body slammed. As we have Josh gets really loose there into someone else, I think, but that driver kept it straight.
Kept it straight, but look at how much she lost out of that.
No,
oh my gosh.
I'm not saying he kept it straight. I'm saying whoever he hit kept it straight because he was around.
Right now it's a breakaway for the top 2. Playing a little bit DRS once the. I don't think DRS is enabled yet. I think it's this lap.
No, it is enabled.
It is enabled. All right. Oh.
I think it's enabled. It's enabled on lap 3. So.
Clay might have just gotten a warning there because he went a little bit wide. It's so easy to go wide here. And the track limits, they give you no room for error.
So I'm being told that Josh did end up hitting an Aston Martin. Which one? I don't know. So.
I'm going to guess Heredia.
Yeah, maybe.
He was back there.
Josh is not happy with Darluto. Josh, put your hands back on that steering wheel, buddy. He's in pits. It's okay. Skiller XL with the fast lap of the race so far with a 106.741. I can only run that lap in my dreams. I may like this track, but I am terrible as what is happening again? Another car around.
Elite precision.
Wow. AlphaTauri having themselves a day here.
It looks
like there was some contact there with Jay, possibly, though.
Okay, that was really throwing me off. I thought he was going backwards on the racetrack. That's just how this track is laid out. So, no, Elite Precision is still going the right direction. Doesn't look like he has any damage for that spin, to be honest with you.
No, it was a small NASCAR fan. It might have been Small that got into him a bit. Because I saw that Haas move down. So Small is the one with the damage.
Darluto under pressure from Go Boom, and not anymore. Go Boom's going to go ahead and take third.
Yeah, that DRS and ERS combination on these traits is just
Can the other
unreal.
Alfa Romeo follow him through? Porchi.
We're going to see what happens here. I don't know whether Darluto was trying to break the draft or think he was going to somehow be able to get under that other Alfa Romeo in front of him, but word. Everyone's kind of single file, I believe. No battles in the field at all.
Look at Masopes right here. He's had a good bounce up to P7. Started 10th in the McLaren. Had a chance to win last night, but choked.
Ugh. So Jackson got by Porchi there as well. Just noticed that.
Yeah, Jackson up 9. He's on a mission.
Miss Soap's in the grass. Joker going on the inside of Miss Soap's. I think he was trying to let him by there. A little bit. Joker might just be the faster car. Mike G wants you to keep talking about his McLarens there, Jim.
Yeah, so Riley is also up +4. Not a big fan of the racetrack. Not a fan of his car. I don't know if maybe he got a different setup for this race. I imagine.
Yeah,
he
I
did,
hope
but
so.
He is P11.
That's going to be a track limits warning for Heredia. He was way outside of that white line. But Riley was unhappy with the setup last night, as you did mention. I wonder if he made any adjustments, like maybe upping that rear wing just a tiny bit. Doing a few extra clicks.
I think the big thing for Riley right now, only lap 7, but no penalties so far.
Yeah.
I want to see if he has any warnings.
I think after you get
Let's go
like
to
that
race
first...
direction.
Oh! Contact between, I think it was probably Porchy and Joker getting down side by side in the turn 2 there. Porchy got up into Darluto, I think, with just a little bit. Spun that Red Bull around.
The 2D2 commentators going at it right here for P5. Come on. This is the drama we need. +11 for Jackson, by the way. He's up to 3rd.
Yeah, he's looking very good tonight, looking very sporty in that Ferrari.
Nobody's surprised. But I'm kind of surprised he was back there to start with. His Josh with the penalty.
Yeah.
This is not what he's looking for, not the race he's been looking for so far.
He's just snowballing, man.
It's crazy because in NASCAR terms, Josh is a lot like Kyle Larson. He'll either have like a dominating day, a really good race, or he'll just have an abysmal day and finish dead last. Right now, it's looking like he's having one of those days where he's just gonna keep falling back.
Caution is out for a Ferrari. Spin and win.
Spin and win. Clay and Eric have checked out. They're 5 seconds ahead of the field.
Yeah. There's a lot of room between the second and third cars. KU in the chat says, who is the Denny Hamlin of HPL? You know, I would have to go with Big Jim.
That's just not nice.
I would. Hey, man. I'm the Cody Ware of HPL without the mental issues.
I'm too clean to be Denny Hamlin, to be honest with you. Here comes... That's actually going to be P&WJ. He's going to hit pit road right before Elite Precision. Yeah, I think. Is that...
Did he full throttle that?
That DNF?
Yep, he's out of the race. It looks like to me...
Spin and win also out.
Hopefully we could see that. Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
The world is happening.
Did he retire on track? Because that is not allowed. Spin has also left the session. Anyway, because Spinman retired on the front stretch, I think.
I keep calling him P&W J01, but I need to just call him Paul Walker Supra because that's how everyone knows him. Yeah, or Jay.
His friends know him as Jay.
Then we'll call him Jay. He's on New Sauce. He just came down pit road, and he was actually the second biggest mover before that. He's
Heredia, 3 seconds. As Mike G in the chat says, Chibi would be the Denny Hamlin of the league. He wins races, but just can't close out that title.
But does he put people in the wall? And does he do it with a smile? I don't think so.
It might be Speed Racer.
Okay, that's disrespectful to Denny. I'm not going to stand here for that. I'm just not going to stand here for that, buddy.
Heredia going on the inside of Miss Soaps. A little bit of contact there, mate. As we're going to be three wide here. Heredia trying to go on the inside. Gets it done on Heredia. Might try to get it done on Miss Soaps as he does.
Heck yeah, Darluto.
Took advantage of those two drivers beating him banging in turn 2. Gets past both of them.
Red Bull's home track, by the way.
Yeah, man. Whatever you say, buddy.
You gotta put on for your home track.
You gotta put on for your home track.
Jay down pit road again?
He might be going for fastest lap. But what are we cooking, buddy?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. He was actually looking just fine on race pace,
You're
but
gonna run out of the softs as Masopes with a 3-second time penalty here.
I'm a little confused by your antics there, Jay. I don't understand what's
He
going
wants that
on.
fast lap. He wants to beat Killer's 106.741 as Masopes around here. Out of turn 1. Gets passed by his McLaren teammate as well.
He is not moving. You just know he was throwing his controller on the ground.
Yeah. Mike G says, McLaren, stay on track. Yeah. Yeah, what he said. That's both league owners are in those McLarens.
That is a fun fact.
Just noticed that too. What else we got here? Not much is really going on. Clay does have a penalty, though.
Yeah, Clay and Eric
Just noticed
are
that.
still pulling away from Jackson, TTV, Go Boom, and Porchy. They are now almost 7 seconds ahead of them. So those guys might. I don't think a strategy is going to help you here. I think you might need a safety car.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Oh, Soaps. What happened there, buddy?
He's hitting pit lane.
He looked like he got like reset or something as he. Yep, there he goes.
And he is retiring the session.
All right.
Not happy. Not a good week here.
I wonder if
at
he'll
Red
join
Bull's
the
home
booth.
track.
Because, sometimes he does. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm not going to tell him to join the booth or anything.
He's gonna have to monitor his language if he wants to join.
He's going to have to cool off first. As Jake does end up taking that fast lap away from Killer.
Still a lot of race left, but
Yeah.
I'm just really confused why Jay did that.
He wants that extra point, man.
Wow. There's Mr. Hex gone.
There's a McLaren
again.
stop.
Caution is out.
That's because Masop's
yeah, his car is just stopped pretty much.
Yeah, he retired in the pit lane, and the game
nice.
is like just like spinning it back out on the track, being a nuisance. So I don't know why he decided to do that, but
Tiger is back, by the way. P16.
That might be his AI. Are you sure he's back? Oh, yeah, no,
I
that's
feel like. Oh no, because he's ghosted. Never mind. That's pain. We just want to see Tiger race. He hasn't been able to race much this
yeah.
season.
If you look at his telemetry, that throttle and brake input's looking really funky. I don't think that's what Tiger would be doing. It looks just super twitchy. Those inputs. Unless he's got Parkinson's, I don't think that's him. But running through this field. A good spread here from about like 3rd to, let's say, 7th. Already is in the pit lane. He's going to be going to the hards. Let's see.
Yeah, I think the winning strategy might be the medium to hards. But you never know. I have to wonder, is Eric, like, he's just sitting here. He doesn't want to make the pass.
Yeah,
There's no reason to.
Yeah, there's no reason.
But
he knows Clay has that penalty.
Does he wish you could just fast forward time? We could go lap 35, lap 36, so he could just make this pass already?
I mean, here's the thing, though. It's always a possibility Eric himself can get these penalties.
That's true.
If we get another race director here, well, we have some time. Nose Bowl. He doesn't have an incident. Let's see. Scrolling through here real quick. Yeah, he has no warnings. So he is looking pretty good so far for the rest of this race, as long as he doesn't just accumulate free.
contact back here for 13th. Huge battle between the Alpine and the Williams. They are still beating and banging.
Oh.
They are still side by side. Nobody giving an inch.
We're gonna have to
This
give
is
a
racing right here, boy. Nobody's
pod.
corner.
TV pot of Josh. See if he can get past
Nobody's
his buddy.
corner, buddy. Oh, he's got. This isn't even a passing zone. This is not even a passing zone. Oh no!
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh, and Josh goes around.
What a race, though.
I think
I'm gonna give him a hand for that.
Might still
That
be
was
some
beautiful.
beef between those two, as Josh was one of Jay's drivers. Over and
That
down
was
in
some
D2.
racing right there, boy. I don't care who you
Jay
are.
gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings there. That's insane.
That is real
What were they
racing.
cooking?
That's how racing should be. He should have gave a little more space, but you know.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm glad nobody gave up the corner.
Yeah, you know, we always need that type of action here. Oh, Josh is just gonna try and kill Jay's current teammate of Kenny and just really gets into him there. Josh is not happy. I don't know why you're trying to take
Not
down an
happy
Alpine.
with the Alpines at all.
Josh is ghosted. Why is he no longer ghosted? Oh, he's got blue flags because the leader is coming up on him, I think. Oh. Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
They're right there. And he's gonna
Up
spin
there
it. That's
goes Josh and kills
probably
the car.
gonna. Oh, he's done. That's gonna be a safety car.
Safety car is out.
Now this is interesting. And Kyle Larson's day finally comes to an end on lap 16 of 36 here at the Red
Okay,
Bull
we don't
Ring.
need to disrespect Kyle Larson like that. I get you don't like Speed being called Denny Hamlin. I don't appreciate Josh being called Kyle Larson. You know. Kyle Larson has a title to his name. So,
Do you have a point?
top 9 all come down pit road, as well as Tiger NASCAR and his AI. We're going to see what Small does. I believe he should come down too. Yep, he is coming down. Josh has left the session. Heredia is staying out on those 2-lap old hards. Going to gain maybe a spot or two here. Gains 1.
I mean, if you're on the hards,
Gains
it
2.
makes sense. It's not going to make any difference if your hards are 22 or 24 laps sold. So,
Yeah, because we still have a good amount of race left.
not 24 laps, sorry. More like
19.
14 or 17 laps on your tires.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that's just a chance for Heredia to gain some track position.
Because those hards are ready to go. They
This
are
is
at-
really going to help Jackson, Darluto, Joker, those guys that were just 7 seconds back and couldn't really make any inroads on them.
Yeah, don't look now, but P14, Kenny LaFleur to the softs. Alright, he might try to steal that fast lap point away from his current teammate. Not real teammates, but current. Because I don't know who's actually supposed to be in that Alpine. Riley coming back down pit lane.
That's, yeah, he's on the mediums. He wants to get on those hards right now. Nope, kidding.
Oh, he had a front
Soft.
wing. Front wing.
He wants the
You know-
soft compound for some reason.
Those tires really weren't used that much, so he'll just be able to put those back on later on in this race if he has to. But he had a
Full
miss.
strategy.
He had something wrong with that front wing, so he had to come down and get that front wing repaired, especially on this restart. No matter what kind of damage that was. As our inner supporter has departed from the party. We'll see if he comes back, and if not, then it's okay. I think he should be
He
with his
needs to
teammates.
focus here.
Yeah. He doesn't need us yapping in his ear. I applaud
Look
him
at
for
the top
staying in here for
6.
this long.
Look at the top 6, all different manufacturers, different teams. Aston Martin, Haas, Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes, and Alfa Romeo. If Gary would pass 7th, then you would have a top 7, all different manufacturers.
Yeah, teams. We'll stick with teams. Because technically, Williams runs Mercedes engines.
Oh, I do not care.
I know.
I will call the manufacturers.
We needed a Williams car that is fully sponsored by Duracell. We need that whole car look like the battery.
Actually, it would be kind of sick.
Honestly, it really fits so well. Whoever designed the Williams just knew what he was doing.
There's a Duracell car for the I don't know if it was the Contender Series or it was the Coca-Cola E-Racing Series or whatever.
Williams.
Yeah.
And the 55 and the 51, I think, were the two.
Yeah, those were good-looking cars, and they would definitely look good. The blue and the bronze would look really good on an F1 car.
I'm just like sitting here. Why does Williams have a NASCAR esports team?
Is that the same Williams?
That is the same Williams.
Huh.
Williams esports.
How about that?
They run about the same scheme, and they do what you do in F1, where both of their cars run the same scheme. I think it's the 55 and 51. But
I did not know that.
Yep.
Well, you know.
The mo yo know. You learn something new every day, huh?
100%.
I think we can get back. Yep, there we go. Safety car in this lap.
Now, how aggressive are you going to be if you're Jackson? This is your first shot at seeing the leaders. You definitely don't want them to pull away. You don't want to get stuck in a battle with Darludo, Joker, and those guys also don't want to get stuck in a battle because they don't want these top 2 to get away again. How aggressive are those guys going to be?
I mean, you're coming to 16, 17 to go here. You could be aggressive, but I wouldn't say be overly aggressive quite yet. Clay still has that penalty, so Clay with a 3, Gary, Heredia, Riley, and Jay all with 3s as well. As we are back green. Here we go. The final stint of this race is Kenny with another 3-second time penalty under safety car. Buddy, what are we doing? It is now a 6-second penalty as Tiger NASCAR's AI has fallen back to a minute and a half behind.
Oh, looked like Gary got a little bit loose. That's going to allow her ready to get on through. That was for P8. Like top 6 have kind of pulled away.
Yeah.
Top 7.
Yeah, because Freddie has already fallen back to about a second or so.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. But yeah, he is quite a bit back there. As here comes Jay, gonna make a couple passes.
Yeah, he's really going for it here.
So what's the strategy for these guys on soft compound? Are they just trying to get another
I don't know.
car?
I think they're trying to gain enough time to get a safety car possibly, but I just don't think it's the move. Riley still has his
15 cars remaining.
One of them really just 14 remaining.
Yeah.
Just Tiger NASCAR's AI is very far behind the field. I'm gonna have to talk to my driver. See what's going on with him. I feel bad. This DRS has been enabled at Texas Wi-Fi.
New internet.
Yeah. Hey man, he gets my check subscription. I'm doing enough. I love my boy Tiger.
A little shuffle positions back here. Killer's able to get around Gary. Gary's just kind of plummeting right
Yeah, it
now.
looked like Darludo almost got into Jackson there in turn 2. As Darludo's going to try and get on the inside of Jackson, gets it done for the time being. Jackson going to come with the crossover.
Jackson's just going to stay behind him, I think. They're pretty even on pace right now, it seems.
Ever since Jackson kind of like retired for that short bit and stopped sweating, he's kind of made the field pretty even because usually he was dominating these races last season, I should say.
This is a hard one to dominate, though.
Yeah.
All about getting out of DRS, and that is a very tough task if the people behind you don't make a mistake.
Darludo, fast up the race on 106.476. If I was Jay, I'd be heartbroken. He spent all this time. He pit twice for softs just to get beat by a guy on mediums?
Yeah, that is tough.
That is tough luck for Jay. There's more rubber down, so. Jackson looks to get a bit off of the surface itself, stays within the lines. Got a bit jumpy there. It's Jay with another 3. Or that could have been his first. But I think, nope, that was his second 3 of the race, as he does lose time.
We're going on board Jackson right now. And, I mean, there's no reason to try and make any passes right now. It seems like he is just really trying to stay consistent, just hit the same line every single lap. And maybe with about, 4 or 5 to go, then he'll start opening up his DRS and ERS. Well, he's already opened up his DRS, but his
we got a
DRS
side by
will be
side
opening that
here.
up.
Looks like Heredia and Clay and Noseball Gary. Yeah, it's hard to tell who's who without the little ticker up. I wanted to give us a good old full screen onboard with Jackson, but it's okay.
Darludo's making a lot of speed up on these mediums, but that is
he's
going to fall
fast.
off.
He's
got to
like,
make the most of it now. He's got to clear Eric, and then he's got to really try to pull away.
Yeah, he's got 12 to go at the line, so these tires are going to be about 20 laps used by the end of it.
That's asking a lot. We saw strategy play make sense last week, so it played out just in spin and win.
Ready with another 3. Here comes Darludo on the inside of Noseball. Might get it done here, as he seems to have gotten it done. He does get clear.
Muscle around him.
Clay is right behind. He does get the DRS here, though, because he was technically behind Eric at the detection zone. So Eric
not
did not
gonna
have
really
it.
pull away that much, though. Eric loose.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Now if Darludo could get out of the DRS here, it's still gonna be tough because there'll be DRS. They could play DRS tag between Eric and Clay.
Yeah.
But Darludo can get himself a little bit of breathing room here on these mediums.
I don't know if it'll be enough. Eric's gonna have the DRS in the front straightaway.
I don't
think it's enough.
Handle is starting to fall off for Eric,
Darludo,
though. That's the fastest lap for Darludo.
Yeah. I think he burned up a lot of DRS that lap, though.
Yeah, he is struggling and he's blinking. He's out.
He's at 0%. As Eric came in really hot there, as he will still have the DRS here. He won't really be able to gain enough to get to him.
Yeah, this is really going to stink for him if he can't get out of the DRS. Because then he's going to have no ERS left, and this will all be for nothing.
Yes, he does still have about 45% ERS. Clay has 67%.
Yeah, he's been really conservative. Jackson back there with 11. That's kind of uncharacteristic. Usually he saves. Joker the same.
Yeah.
Actually, Clay has the most ERS. I guess technically Kenny back here in
Yeah.
13th, but out of the contenders right now, Clay has 60% ERS.
Gary
That's
just doesn't
good
care.
management.
He's at 100%. Same with Tiger NASCAR. It's Heredia with a 5-second time penalty. Speeding the pit lane, that is 8 seconds. That is 14 seconds for Heredia.
Good gracious. Here comes,
So here comes Noah's Bowl.
Eric back to the inside.
Down the inside of Darlota, gets it done. Darlota gonna go for a crossover here though. Will not have the ERS, or the DRS, excuse me. Does actually have it. Darlota kind of parks the bus
right
there.
He is fighting on these.
Yeah,
right now, these are the best tires, but they're not going to be for much longer. Maybe like 3 or 4 more laps, and these guys on the hards are going to be in their element.
All he's got to do is hope the guys behind start fighting. I don't think they'll fight that hard. Clay does have that 3-second time penalty.
I think they know the situation too, right? Like, if you start battling each other back there, you eliminate your shot to go get the guy you know who's going to fall off a mountain. You're going to lose your chance at getting him.
Here's the thing though with Clay, he could be fighting as hard as he can, because either A, he could try to win this race by 3 seconds, or B, attempt to get that penalty appealed after this race tonight. But
got the DRS here. I think he's going to make that move.
Oh yeah, I would too. I mean, even with or without my 3-second time penalty, you'd have to go for that. You have such a run out of turn 1 plus the DRS ERS. Jackson goes on the inside of Noah's Bowl, gets the move done, I believe. For the time being, both cars have DRS.
See, this is what you can't have back here if you're Jackson and Eric. You can't be battling each other.
Jackson just hucks back in behind him. Joker's here, ready to pounce as Eric gets a bit loose. I keep switching between Noah's Bowl and Eric. They are the same person. I'm struggling.
I think Eric is starting to fall off a little bit. I don't think that car is where he wants it to be. And Jackson, he's had a really fast car the entire race. He's just trying to get around him at the moment.
Thing is, with those 11-lap hards, you don't see that with anyone else really in the field. Really getting sideways like that. It's coming to 7. We are on 7 to go. 8 to go, maybe. Yep, 8. I'm struggling, Jim.
No, I get you. I am too. It's been a long day.
105.181 absolutely destroys the previous, fastest lap. That's like a time trial
15
time.
seconds, like 14 or 17 seconds of penalties. That was a frustration lap if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, and he's 13 seconds behind J2.
Yeah, he's got to get in the points if he wants that extra point for the fastest lap, though.
Yeah, I believe so.
Right now he's 1 spot out, and he has that 14 seconds penalty, so that probably isn't even going to be his fastest lap. So there's that.
I don't know. Oh, Clay! What?
Clay just spun out on his own accord, and that just changes everything. Darlito back out front. That's a caution. No safety car.
Caught me by surprise. This camera angle put me on the car. I felt like I was the one wrecking.
That was
oh my goodness! What happened?
Insane. He took too much curb, I think. Took too much curb, and it just snapped.
That will do it. And if you kind of get the car uneven on that curb, then it's not going to be happy. So already does end up retiring from the session. That'll leave 14
Aston Martin
cars
just
left.
crumbling before our eyes right here in this race.
Aston Martin also snowballing. I mean, Heredia already had 14 seconds worth of penalties. He's got another, I think, 8. But
and with 7 to go, Darluto has gotten some ERS back. He's been very cautious with it. He's at 38% right now. That's about the exact same as Eric behind him. And Jackson's actually starting to drain his a little bit more. He's at 20. That really does open up this race, though. Clay probably was going to be able to pull away. How about this? This might be, is this DRS? No, it's not. I was thinking maybe he'd get the DRS off of the AI. Ludo not able to get the DRS off of Tiger's AI. Oh, but now he is.
Oh, Eric. Sideways again, but he is ghosted. What happened?
That's
Tiger Ghost,
know.
too.
Yeah.
Huh.
These three right here.
Look at this, though. Joker getting sideways.
Joker's up to third. He's on the podium right now.
Yeah, this will be, so far, his best finish. It's been a while since we've talked to him up here in the booth.
Darludo is going to be... Oh, my goodness. I don't know if he's outside. I think he is outside of the DRS.
He is. That's just 1 second. We'll
pretty
see
big.
if Eric
There's
can
still...
do anything here. Get within that detection. As he does not. Eric will not have the DRS on the front straightaway.
That's pretty big right there.
Joker will.
And Joker's not going to be able to DRS tag with him either because he's not able to make that pass. He wasn't close enough.
Nah, plus he was very low in ERS, so he can't even use that much either.
Man, if Darludo could pull this off on 20-lap old mediums,
I'd be impressed.
I'd be... I don't even know, like, can tires make it that far anyway? Like, does the wear come in where you could blow one?
I'm not sure. This Joker looked like he could have gone for that move, but I listened to the engine. He did get off the gas a little bit prematurely to make sure he could stay behind Eric. Don't do anything stupid here this late in the race. P3. As Darludo is just gaining so much time. If I was Joker, I'd want to get by nose ball as fast as possible.
They need to work together. If they want any shot at winning this race, they've got to work together.
But Joker is faster than Eric, and Eric is just losing time to Darludo.
So here comes Joker. He's going to have the DRS. Can he make the pass? No, he can't use the DRS.
Think so. He might be able to get it done in turn 2, though. He's very close. With the DRS as well.
Yeah, right
a little bit more ERS. Here he goes.
You got to use the ERS. Yep, he's going to use that ERS. He's going to leapfrog him.
Looks like he's defending
Maybe
a little
Eric
bit.
can leapfrog him back in this next DRS
I don't know.
zone.
If I was Eric, I'd want to stick behind him. Joker is the faster car. Granted, Joker did have the DRS and stuff, but I don't know.
Joker. This is going to be testing times right here. This is about just being as consistent as possible. The hards should have the advantage, but it's going to be such a minimal advantage.
Yeah,
without the DRS.
Be a lot more as we have 4 to go here. Halfway done. Lap 33, coming to 3. Yeah, I don't know.
If you're Darludo, you just got to keep this thing straight and just keep that 1 second buffer. That's all you got to do. Gotta keep it for at least one more lap, I would say.
You gotta make sure you keep that car within the track limits as well. You don't want to risk any sort of time penalties.
Both of them are blinking. Darludo's at 6%. Joker's at 3%.
So we're going to actually turn off all that. We're gonna put penalties back on. Yep. 3 to go. Killer XL with a 3-second time penalty. Clay's got a 3 behind him, so that won't hurt him. He's got... Alright, Killer may have gotten a 3-second time penalty, but in his current position, he is A-OK. He will not lose any time.
It looks like he's going to finish.
Yeah.
It looks like he's going to finish 8th regardless.
He's got the DRS on small, but it won't matter if he can't get outside of that 3-second area as Jackson going for the move.
Back here. Yeah.
Porgy for the move here. On Jackson and Kyle 18. Just going to follow right behind.
Day for Porgy.
I don't know. He's got that 3-second time penalty. He'll probably fall back to 7th place.
Yeah, these guys are all under a blanket.
Yeah, this track is very hard to keep the car within the white lines. It is so fast. Nose Bowl!
Yeah, he got super loose in the second to last corner. I think that's going to pretty much do it. Joker is going to have to get back around him as soon as possible. You cannot mess around anymore.
Now, you see, he will only finish 3rd because Porchy's 6 seconds, 6 seconds behind Joker. As Joker goes for the move down the inside, as you were right, you got to go if you're Joker.
You got to go. You do just have to push him off at this point. He's already at 3 seconds.
I mean,
means nothing to him.
Darludo just gained another 3/10, 4/10 just about through that. Joker's not gonna be happy with Eric, but Joker's gotta hope for a miracle.
The Joker did what he had to do there. I don't blame him one bit. I mean, if that were for position and, Eric still had no penalty, I would question it. But seeing that he just got the 3-second time penalty and there's nobody behind him even remotely close,
Joker.
that's fair game in my book.
Off of turn 3 till now, Joker gained 3/10 on Darludo.
He's pushing.
He
has
has
no
to push
ERA.
as hard as he can.
Both of them the
He's
same
got
ERA.
nothing. We're going to see what Eric decides to do. He's not going to be happy getting pushed off the track in turn 2. Granted, you got that 3-second time penalty on the final lap of the race, but he might try to, show his displeasure. To Joker. Joker
right here in
going
turn
down
2. He's going to have a run.
Yeah, he's going to have it. Won't take it, though.
Yeah, classy move there from Eric. Maybe he's waiting for the last DRS.
He just has to know.
Oh,
yeah, that's gonna do it for him. He just has to know, though. He has to understand. Joker's got to go. I mean, it's not the prettiest move, but it's a move, nonetheless.
I tell you what, Dylan. I think these 20-lap old mediums might just do it.
Call me biased, but I'm going to be a very happy guy after this race if Darludo can actually get this done.
Red Bull's home track, baby.
This is...
Red Bull's home track going to bring home a win.
Coming around the final turn, Darludo going to win this race here in Austria. Joker going to finish P2, Nose Bull P3, destroying his car. Here comes
Sitting in the middle of the racetrack, a little bit of a hazard.
Small NASCAR fan does take 4th. Jackson P5, Porchy P6, Killer P7, Kyle 18 fan going to come out P8, Clay 9th, Jay 10th, Riley 11th, Kenny going to be 12th? Yeah. Garrison P13 and Tiger P14. Your team's got to have balance somewhere.
Who is driver of the day? It's got to be Darludo. I couldn't agree anymore.
Driver of the day.
Driver of the day at the home track.
At Red Bull's home track, man.
I'm glad somebody can carry Red Bull because sure as hell D2 can't.
Yeah. D1 is where it really matters.
100%.
Let's see.
I'm going to go ahead and invite our top 3.
Wow. That was a very exciting night.
What a Grand Prix.
P1, Darludo. P2, Noah's Bull. 3rd is Always Joker. 4th, Porchy. Small NASCAR fan, P5. Clay, 6th. Jackson, 7th. Good rebound for Clay. After that spin. Killer, 8th. Josh, 9th. Kyle 18 fan, Go Boom, 10th. Reddy 11th. Hex, 12th. Jay, 13th. 14th is Riley. Kenny is 15th. Gary, 16th. 17th, Tiger. 18th, Masoap spinning with 19th. And Elite Precision bringing 20th. That's for the weekend itself. Here are the race results, too. Nothing really that much different here. As you can see, we could scroll quickly through here as we already went through the weekend results. Mr. Hex bringing out 20th. Retire the car. Should probably retire as well.
You really want Hex to retire, don't you?
I mean, let's be honest. D1.
And to be fair, every Chase Elliott fan should not have a ride.
Spit. I couldn't agree more. Let's see here. So we are joined by our 3rd place finisher, Noah's Bull. How are you feeling after that one?
Jackson and Joker are idiots. That's all I can say.
Ironic.
We got beef up here in the booth.
Ding, 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 ding.
It's not even beef. Don't know what he's mad about. Finished behind me anyways. Weren't catching the
You
leaders.
forced me off track.
All right.
If I did that to you, you'd be crying like a baby. I don't want to hear it. Anyway, let me do my interview. Be
All right,
respectful.
but
Alright.
Nose Bowl.
Mm.
Here we are, P3. I mean, even though there's a bit of a turmoil between you and our second place finisher, you did end up having that 3-second time penalty, which did put you behind him, unfortunately for you. Take us through your mind when that safety car came out. What were you thinking? The last
Me
one.
and Clay, yeah. Me and Clay were 9 seconds ahead of the whole field, which was unfortunate when the safety car came out. It was going to be a race between us two, but, some of the drivers we have in here don't know what they're doing. So, but, I can't really say much except for that just basically screwed me and Clay.
We got you, man. Jim, any questions for our third place finisher?
Yeah, good runs tonight, Eric. It looked like you had a good sprint and a good main event. I kind of want to go back to that sprint race, that final corner. It looked like you and Clay got a little bit physical there off the final corner. Can you kind of go through what was going on there? And maybe you let off to allow him back around and that hurt spin and win. He got into the back of you or something. But I want to hear from you. What happened there?
I honestly don't really know what happened. I mean, me and him made contact going into the final corner, which caused Spinnowin to get to me. I He might have made contact with me. I don't know. I didn't feel any contact, but I know he was like directly behind me, and then next thing I know, he was in the wall DNF. So I don't really know what happened to him.
Yeah, I got you, man. It's just really hard to see off of our Minecraft cameras that are about 3 miles away from the racetrack. They don't really show us what's happening, so we didn't know if y'all made contact either. I just thought maybe you would have. But congrats on your podium, and it's been a pretty good week for you with NASCAR and F1 winning the Xfinity race, and then going ahead and getting a podium here. So congrats on that.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you for joining us up here. Good job on your P3. Always Joker, P2 tonight. How are you feeling?
Great. Don't know what he's mad about, but you know,
I bet you're
gotta
feeling great. I bet you're feeling great.
gotta
When
gotta
you race
move
someone
on.
dirty.
You know,
You race someone dirty, and you feel great about it.
just good result. P11 to P2. I think I was ahead at the apex, so that means it was my corner. Um,
You still went straight.
Order in the booth.
yeah, so P11 to P2, good comeback drive. Um, he had a 3-second penalty, and the incident with Jackson basically guaranteed that we weren't winning, so I just went for the move on him. Wasn't intentional, but again, ahead at the apex, which makes it my corner. Don't even think we made contact on. Didn't feel any contact, but screwed up with the sprint pitting there, but good job recovering.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were doing there in the sprint. I don't know what just happened there. You probably spilled something. Anyway, still got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna ask you the same thing I asked Nosebolt or Eric. What were your thoughts on the last safety car that came out?
Well, that helped us get back into it, especially like me, Jackson, some of the guys that started towards the back half of the field.
That's great. It's great to hear for you guys. Jim, any questions?
Yeah, Joker, first of all, I want to debunk this whole my corner thing. We saw a great battle between Josh and Jay back there for about 14th position, where they were going side by side in the final corners that nobody gave an inch. It was wonderful. One wrecked, but that's fine. We're okay with a little bit of bloodshed.
Yeah.
I think you need to get over the my corner thing. But other than that, I want to know, how are you feeling for the championship here? You're not in bad position for making a championship run here in season. I don't know which season this is, but go ahead and tell me what you think.
I lost out on about 5-6 points pitting there in the sprint. Usually everyone pits in a 2-lap dash, and then I was lagging apparently, so I couldn't really be as aggressive as I wanted to, because I know Heredia was on that same strategy and got up to about P4, P5. But yeah, it's eat or be eaten in this F1 stuff. So it's a good
Yeah,
race
well,
overall.
congrats again on your podium spot, and we'll be keeping an eye on you and Eric for the rest of the season. Sure, that's
There's
gonna
no
be
beef
fun.
for me. I'll figure it out, or it's nothing more that needs to be said, really. Little things. So he can end it here, or I'll continue to drag it along. So he can figure it out, or I will.
Well, all right. Thank you for joining us up here in the booth as P2 tonight. Good job on the rebound from the sprint as well. As we're going to move on to our race winner, Darludo. How are you feeling? So I don't know if he needs to connect that second mic or not, but
Hello? You hear me?
hello. We got you. We got you.
Feeling. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I yelled when I crossed the line. I'm gonna be honest with you. Uh, you know, typically I told myself I don't really care for this league like that, but I ain't gonna lie. After I crossed that line, I was pretty happy. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the win because I'm pretty sure I'm getting reported, but
Oh,
we'll
what?
see.
Hold on. Who was it?
Uh, Me and Josh up in turn two,
Okay,
I think it
thank you.
was.
Thank you.
Uh, Honestly, I don't think I did anything wrong. The way it looked like he kind of just went on the track on his own. I mean, I hit him, but I don't think I hit him hard enough for him to go off the track. But it's up to the stewards. Either way, I'm happy a race just came together. To be honest with you, just finally a race comes together. So yeah, it was nice race.
Yeah, man, that was cool to see you up there in P1, of course. I'm gonna ask. I like keeping it nice and simple. Take us through your mind for that last safety car.
Uh, Repeat the question.
Take us through your mind. Than the last safety car that we had.
Well, I knew the race was open because you know, I don't know what is wrong with people in this league. They just love the battle so much and just let the leaders get away. That's why I hate myself for qualifying mid pack every time because I knew I shouldn't be behind these guys. But I get everyone's allowed in the race, but it's just annoying. But once I got track position and I was able to get up in the front, you know, I clearly showed pace, and luckily the safety car came out at the right time. Uh, I I got hit by, I think it was Noah in turn two, and I took a look behind and I saw him and Joker kind of, very close to each other, slowing each other down, and I saw the gap. It was 9 tenths, so I floored it and I broke it.
Hmm. I got you, man. Jim, any questions for our race winner?
Yeah, Darludo, the savior of Red Bull Racing over here in Formula One. Appreciate you. Thank you for winning and making us not look like a bunch of idiots. Um, I gotta say, I don't think you're gonna have to worry about that Josh thing because we got all of our cameraman from Wish.com and they are all zoomed out, so there was no way for us to tell if you made contact with Josh at any point in that race. Um, as for that, I kind of want to ask, what were you feeling like? You were on a little bit of a different strategy than the other guys that were on the hards. You were on the mediums. Kind of go through what the idea was. You had ERS drained to get up front, and it looked like things were going to start falling off, like those tires were going to fall off, but they never did. Kind of go through how you were able to defend.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys went on board with me this race, but in the sprint and in this race, I was really struggling in sector two. I was so terrible with the grip of the front tires and the rears. I could tell I was very low on downforce compared to everybody else, probably besides Joker. Joker was quite rapid in the straight as he usually is. So, uh, and I got a little nervous when he was behind Noah because I thought he would just slipstream right up to me. And in my head, I'm thinking, what? I tried to break Noah the first time, and I was like, I'm not gonna break him, so I just have to save battery for the last 2 or 3 laps. Then I broke him, and then yeah, and the strategy. I mean, like I said, I was just mid pack, and I think Clay did the right thing when he started first, just going on mediums and pushing like crazy. I mean, you probably have to do that in this scenario, but Luckily today it came to hurt him. If it was like if it was like lap 14 instead of 18 or 17, whatever it was, it probably would have been a whole different story. But I don't know what happened to him anyway. He just went into the second to last corner and all fine. And next thing I knew, he was pointing to the outside wall. So yeah, crazy race.
Crazy race, and you ended up on top of it. Congrats for the win.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Red
man.
Bull on top. Everybody knows that.
Congrats on the win. I think that is your second race win in F1 here in HPL. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the all-time
I think it's
total
my
says you already
first.
have one. Oh, I guess he was quick with it then. Congrats on your first win ever here in
Thanks.
HPL. Thank you for getting our first win here at Red Bull since Jackson owned the team. Um, but yeah, we'll move on to closing it out. That was a pretty exciting race weekend, huh, Jim? With both the sprint and the finale.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. I also think my corner is a farce, and I think it's the stupidest thing in racing.
Yeah, I think that's pretty dumb. I think racing is racing. I
I
think
think what we saw from Jay and Josh is how racing ought to be.
yeah,
They gotta be side by side, wheel to wheel in the corners. That is racing. That was beautiful. I'm sorry one of them wrecked, but that was amazing.
yeah, it's unfortunate for the driver of Josh, but I think there is some turmoil between those two. I think we have a couple battles to watch this rest of the season. I do believe.
A lot
But
of rivalries
yeah, we got a
unfolding
lot of
just at the
stuff
super
cooking.
speedway.
If only Bristol was on the schedule, but that's
Yeah,
NASCAR.
seriously. Make
So
that Monaco.
yeah, if only. But thank you to everybody in the chat. I'm your host, Ballstick, joined by my co-host Big Jim
Mm-hmm.
tonight. I am not Big Jim.
No, it's sponsored by Big
Yes.
Jim.
Thank you for watching the Austrian GP, sponsored by Big Jim __11. Can't forget those underscores. And on behalf of the Hennessy Performance Racing League, I hope you all have a great rest of your night, and hope you all have a good Thanksgiving next week. We will see you guys in 2 weeks for the next race of the season, which is the British Grand Prix on November 30th. We will see you guys later, and